Hey everyone, Crypto Billy here with Billy Goat Tales, and today is another edition of Motivational Mindset. What do I do here? A 5 to 8 minute video. I try to give you a topic that you can think about maybe on your drive to work or whenever you have a pocket of time. Try to give you something to chew on and think about that will help you in your journey of life. Not just your journey of crypto, but your journey of life as well. Today, let's talk about imposter syndrome. You know, the more success you have, the more this is becoming prevalent throughout our society and throughout the world, really, this imposter syndrome. And let's begin just so you guys know what is imposter syndrome. You might have heard that term. You might not understand really what it is, but it's really just individuals that start doubting their own accomplishments and that just have this like persistent fear of being exposed or being fraudulent somehow, even though they're good people. They had just a massive amount of accomplishments, especially professionals like lawyers and doctors. They have degrees. They still get this imposter syndrome. It's just a phenomenon that's happening where they doubt themselves. And it can create a lot of stress and anxiety and depression. And it's really, really common among like high achievers. And it can really hinder their personal and professional growth if it's not identified. So this is something I think you need to know about, because the more success you have, the wealthier you become, this might sneak into your life. So it's something that I think we should at least talk about on Motivational Mindset. And you got to recognize these signs and signals of imposter syndrome. And the very first step towards overcoming it is identifying the problem, right? So if you're getting feelings of like self-doubt, or you're getting feelings of just feeling less than successful or lackluster, and you're thinking that it's not because of your skill, but it's because of something else, maybe others, but it's not your own skill, then you got to give credit where credit's due. As a leader and you have a string of successes, it's probably because of your skill. But there are strategies that you could utilize to overcome imposter syndrome, because it is real. It's just getting rid of or reframing these negative thoughts that pop into your mind from time to time. And by setting like realistic goals and practicing some self-compassion, right? It will help you deal with it. If anybody's ever had this, I know people, I have not had this, but I do know people that have had this, and it's very tough on them. It's really hard for them. But you got to begin with acknowledging your own achievements and accepting constructive feedback and reframing any self-doubt as like a normal experience. That's how you're going to unleash your like full potential. It's really tough. It's a journey, and it's really about self-awareness. It's just studying the facts of the matter, right? So you got all this success that you've had in your life. You start attributing it to other things than yourself, and you start feeling fraudulent. So you have to reframe these negative thoughts in your mind. And when you're depressed, that's very hard to do. So, but a strategy would be to reframe these negative thoughts, and you seek support from other people, especially those that's went through it, right? You can seek support. So that's a strategy. Just find others. And if anyone's going through this, feel free to contact me, because I can help you with this, because I know others that went through this. But you got to set realistic goals for yourself. And what that does is these little tasks and goals, when you achieve them, you start feeling self-confident again. And you start feeling like, okay, I can overcome this. This is me doing this. I'm accomplishing this. Have some self-compassion. You need to understand that everything we teach, say in Billy Goat Tales, our 10 cornerstones, and everything that we teach is about being compassionate to others, but never forget about yourself, right? When you take the time to acknowledge your own achievements, you're going to begin to rebuild your confidence and the strength inside of you to carry on. But you also, if you're like experience imposter syndrome right now and you get constructive criticism, it could really bother you. But you got to realize that you have to accept this constructive criticism, but reframe it so it's not self-doubt. It's just somebody trying to help you get to the next level. When somebody gives you some sort of constructive criticism, even if you don't have imposter syndrome, sometimes people don't take that very well, right? So you got to be wise enough to understand when somebody's truly trying to help you from their heart, and you might not like what they're saying, but they're doing it out of support and help. You better learn to take that, okay? You got to learn to take that. So just remember, when it comes to imposter syndrome, it's a journey, man. And it requires self-awareness and practice, like everything else we teach. It requires practice. But with dedication and some support, right? You need support from your spouse or your friends or other people. You can break free from it. And all the people that went through this that I know have overcome it. That's it for Billy Goat Tales. Crypto Billy out. Love you guys. Bye.